Inner Worlds Meditation. Big welcome to you. Some of you will be well aware that I've recently bought the Magical Knowledge Trilogy by Josephine McCarthy. I bought it on Kindle because of, Amazon don't deliver to Indonesia. And it took me ages to download everything, but I eventually got it. It cost next to nothing really, even for an Indonesian. And I just cannot recommend it highly enough. Now, I hesitate to say that I don't see everything the same as Josephine, because I'm sure that the fact that I have a different take on things is simply down to my inexperience. Josephine would probably accuse me of being an armchair magician, which, I'd accept, to be honest. But I like to see myself as a Kajawan believer, a healer, rather than a magician. So there are differences in our perspective. But, I'm certain Josephine would be able to argue very, very seductively that it's my inexperience that makes me see things differently. So let us just say that Josephine is my favourite magician. She's a down-to-earth magician, and she defies labels. You can't put her neatly into boxes. And the only thing I'd say about her is she's a down-to-earth Pennine lass. No nonsense. So in the Magical Trilogy, Josephine describes a meditation exercise which I want to share with you. Now, I'm not claiming to be adding to it nor improving to it. I'm simply putting my own a little bit of my own perspective on it. And I guess I need to apologise to Josephine. I really hope she doesn't think I'm ripping her off, because that absolutely isn't the intention. She calls it finding the void, and recommends it as the starting point of all magic, and indeed fundamental to protecting yourself. Now, I don't think I disagree with that. I just put my ever such slightly different spin on it. Because it's certainly the basis of out-of-body experiences and one's ability to move between worlds, one's ability to move through space and time, through the astral plane, as the New Agers, which both Josephine and I have a degree of disdain for, would call it, despite both of us probably appearing like New Agers to the outsider. I see it as how we access deeper levels of consciousness, which brings us closer to God. And I'm not certain that Josephine would even disagree with that. You see, despite these sort of nuances between us, I somehow doubt that we'd fundamentally disagree. We just focus on different areas. Now, what Josephine does do about this is she warns us not to stray from this exercise and to maintain strong boundaries, because you are at the beginning of accessing very powerful things indeed. And, God help anybody that disagrees with Josephine. And I'm certainly not doing that. But what I would add to that is, look, approach things with love. Approach things with love. And few things are as dangerous and frightening as they might first appear. So, this is a meditation exercise. So, if you're ready, let's begin the meditation. As always, you need to find somewhere where you feel comfortable. It's as quiet as possible. Now, it's not possible to find somewhere completely quiet. but as quiet as it can be. Now, I do this in the barefoot in the lotus position. And I'm not saying that's how you have to do it. I'm sure most of you are far too self-conscious to do that, even though there's nobody around you. And you must feel comfortable. So find somewhere where you're feeling comfortable. Now, I always say that there's no harm in lying down, but I fall asleep when I'm lying down and you don't get the benefit. Josephine actually warns against falling asleep when you're doing things and says you shouldn't lie down. But I'll leave it up to you. Find somewhere comfortable. Have you got there? Are you feeling comfortable now? Are you? You comfortable? You ready? Okay, I want you to be aware of your surroundings. If there are noises, just be aware of what they are. Doesn't matter, just be aware of what they are. Now, when you're ready, I want you to slowly close your eyes. Exhale slowly and calmly. Now inhale, and as you do, feel your stomach bloat like that of a pregnant woman. And exhale and feel your stomach flatten again. Now practice this a few times by yourself. Can you hear yourself breathing? Just listen to it. Maybe if you want to, you can focus your mind on God. Keep breathing and being aware of your breathing. As you breathe in, you're breathing in white air. You might like to think of it as a white smoke. And as you breathe out a sort of yellow-green, almost mustard-coloured air or smoke. And now within you, there's a flame. Can you see that flame? Be with that flame. Be within it. Still your mind, quieten your mind in that flame. It's the flame of life. It doesn't burn. Don't be frightened. It's at the centre of your body. Can you feel it? You can make it big. You can make it small. You can make it fierce. You can make it calm. It just feels so familiar. It provides you with power. Breathe in. Breathe out. Once you're still, you see the flame grow bigger. Bigger and bigger. It's all around you. Spreads out beyond you. Breathe in. And breathe out. Now stand up in the flame and feel the power throughout you. Don't be frightened, it doesn't burn. Don't be frightened. It doesn't burn. It feeds you, it nourishes you. You can feel it deep, deep inside you. Breathe in. And breathe out. Now from this quiet place, I want you to walk through the flame. Remember, it can't burn you. Don't be frightened. Everything's okay. Just walk through it. You're stepping into nothing. A place with no time, no sound, no light, no movement. Pure nothingness. But it's familiar. You can feel everything, and at the same time you feel nothing at all. It's hard to describe. You feel so empowered, so full of potential. There are no boundaries. You've left your body. You've left this world. Breathe in. And breathe out. You're moving away from your body, which no longer seems to be you. You can simply flow, expand to wherever, unconstrained by the human form. Feel yourself spreading into nothingness, expanding and drifting into silence. You're everything, everything, and at the same time, nothing at all. You're everywhere, everywhere, and at the same time, you're nowhere. You can feel everything, everything inside, and everything outside. All is one. So breathe in. and breathe out. Enjoy the stillness. Don't wander around. Stay in the nothingness. Stay there. Do it for as long as you desire. There's no hurry. You can do whatever you want. You can pause this if you want. When you're ready, when you want to come back, start to become aware of the human form once more. Slowly come back into your human body. See the flame as a wall of fire that's in front of you. Now step into that flame and bathe in its energy. You know not to be frightened of it. It doesn't burn. Feel its energy. Now become aware that the flame actually is deep within you. It's inside you. It's in the centre of your body. Now become aware of yourself sitting quietly with the flame within you. Keep breathing. Keep being aware of your breathing. And as you breathe in white air. As I say, you might like to see it as smoke. And as you breathe out, it's a mustard-like yellow-green air or smoke. Be aware of your surroundings. When you're ready, open your eyes. Now, Josephine recommends this exercise at least once a day, and that you should get so familiar with it that you can simply access this exercise when you're engaged in everyday activities. Now this is part of a new section to the magic of Java called The Real Magic of Java. In this new section, I'm going to focus on real people performing what they believe to be real magic in Java. I'll attempt to explain some of the elements of this Javanese magic, particularly what I describe as the Kejawen elements. However, I need to warn you that inevitably my explanations will be partial. Maybe sometimes some elements of what I say will be incorrect, for which I profusely apologise. But this reflects the oral tradition of magic in Java, the mystery, and at times, I have to admit, subterfuge surrounding the practice of magic in Java. Please accept my apologies, but I do hope you enjoy this new section.